Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something so fun. It's a beautiful day out here, 85 degrees. We are driving, we're getting out in the town, showing you guys the best neighborhoods in Lubbock that we absolutely love. And if I could afford them, I'd live in there. But hopefully you can afford them, call me and buy them. Let's do this thing. Okay folks, so right now we are in Melanie Park and people absolutely freaking love this neighborhood. I don't know, well actually I know why, it's a great neighborhood, but people go gangbusters for it. There's an elementary school called Miller Elementary. I think in my opinion, the most established upper middle class neighborhood that we have. It's probably 1970s, 1980s. Build. All the houses are half to full acre lots. Grass is mostly fescue here, which you don't see in a lot of neighborhoods. There's tons of Bermuda everywhere. Well, there's actually a good amount of Bermuda, but in this neighborhood, for some reason, everyone goes fescue. So very green lawns, well manicured. I mean, you've got houses that range from, you know, you can get a 1,500 square foot 3-2 that's gonna cost you $225 grand, or you could get a freaking $700,000 3,000 square foot mansion. You know, it's just, you get a lot of different fluctuating vibes in this neighborhood. It is as straightforward and nice as you can get, but the houses are, people take very good care of them. Not in an HOA, but people do take really good care of their houses. You know, just love this neighborhood. You're really close to the loop as well, which is nice. You can just hop on that bad boy and get anywhere you want in 10, 15 minutes, whatever you gotta do. So yeah, that's Melanie Park. Okay, ladies and gents, so now we are in Vintage Township. You either love this place or you hate it. I personally love it. I think this neighborhood is so freaking cool. I actually just sold a house here for 350 grand. It was about a 1,800 square foot 3-2 kind of cottage style, really nice house. But yeah, it's just, the neighborhood really speaks for itself. It's got trees everywhere that just kind of like Melanie Park did too, but these are more uniformed and lined, all smaller trees, no big oaks or anything like that. Very thin, whatever you call those, not entirely sure. But it's just a very, it is a big HOA, so you do have to keep your house kind of manicured and do have to play by the rules just a tad bit there, but it's well worth it. They've got a couple parks. They don't have one park, they've got a couple parks. It's Father's Day right now. They've actually got a Father's Day event going on at the pool right now. So we just drove by and a bunch of people were out there drinking beers and hanging out. Kids were swimming. It looked like a really good time, but probably wouldn't be a good place for a young single gentleman like myself to go. But yeah, I mean, you can just see these are all kind of brand new looking houses, just very nice. Like I said, kind of, you'd expect to find this neighborhood in California, you know, or Boston, but you wouldn't necessarily expect to find this neighborhood, or at least I wouldn't, in Lubbock, Texas. But it is so beautiful. It's like a little slice of heaven. I freaking love it. It does kind of remind me of a neighborhood maybe in Dallas too, closer to downtown Dallas or something, just kind of a nicer, more bougie kind of area. But yeah, man, they got open fields for kids to play in, or you just kind of roll around and bring the dog out for a walk. There are tons of people walking around right now. But yeah, Vintage is just, it really speaks for itself. It's beautiful. I would highly recommend looking if you can afford it, if you've, you know, got the price point and this is what you want. This is definitely a place that I would consider highly. And you'll know when you're driving through if you like it and you want to live here or not. It's a beautiful neighborhood. So Vintage is in Lubbock Cooper, and if you've been watching my videos for some time now, you would know that people love Lubbock Cooper and they love Friendship. And those are two school districts south of town. Our Vintage checks the Cooper box. It is south of town as well. HEB is right next door, literally right behind it. So if you like HEB, you might consider Vintage as well. People oftentimes ask about crime in these neighborhoods, and I will post a graphic right here that shows all the crime data for Lubbock. in the neighborhoods that it is the most centralized. I'll put a link in the description. It just kind of shows you where crime is concentrated and where it's the worst. So as you can see, not bad over here. The lighter color, the better the crime rate goes down. You know, I'm not legally, can't say too much about that, but what I can do is provide you resources, government resources, that can tell you enough to know, and you can use that as your compass. You know, south, very far south of town, because it's all newer, you know, you're not seeing a ton of crime in that area. That is kind of consistent with many of these neighborhoods we're driving by, is the crime is not going to be awful in these neighborhoods. So now we are in the lovely Ridge of the Fox Ridge. This neighborhood is also freaking awesome. We are now east of town, just off 98th Street, pretty much on the east side of University, which is, it's newer. It was built in the last 4 or 5 years. This is a beautiful neighborhood in Cooper School District. Crime here is not bad at all. It's a great neighborhood. The houses have a very unique kind of just structural vibe to them. They're not just your typical run-of-the-mill cookie cutter homes. They've all got different, you know, some are a German design, some are a more Spanish design. You just got a lot of really cool stuff. Well, we'll actually own 3 rental properties here, and it's an amazing neighborhood. We get really good rent on the houses that we own here as investments. So it's just a solid neighborhood. It's actually pretty hilly too, which in Lubbock is extremely unique. You do not catch that in Lubbock. We flat out here, but it's hilly in Fox Ridge. So it's nice to walk around. The evenings are nice. You got the Lubbock sky. Some drawbacks might be you've got some industrial, like kind of warehouse facilities that you can see in the distance that you're pretty close to. You might not like that. You're not far from the interstate, which is pretty cool. You know, so there's just really a lot is going for this neighborhood. It's also got some duplexes that people really enjoy, and I really think they're some of the nicest duplexes in Lubbock. They're kind of tucked away in a nice little corner right before you do get to Fox Ridge, but they're really close. You've got a really nice apartment complex that's right in front of it on 98th, which is pretty much, you know, built in the last 5 years or so. It's a really nice place. So all in all, it's just a solid neighborhood. I freaking love it. It is great. My buddies live here. I have houses that I own here that I rent out. It's just, you can't miss it. So the average price, I would say, is like anywhere between $250 and $300. You can get up to $350 or $400 if you're getting really bougie on it. But we bought our houses for around $255 and $275, and we're able to rent them out for about $24.50 on one and $2200 on the other one. It's just a solid freaking neighborhood. If you're thinking about investing, give me a call too, because I can definitely help you out with that. It's a great neighborhood. Now we are in Whisperwood. This neighborhood is freaking sick. It is, of the neighborhoods we've looked at, it's the most tucked away. So you can get up in this neighborhood, let me tell you what, you can really get up. I got a buddy who owns an Airbnb here. It's like a townhome. You know, he's making a killing on it. It's a really cool place. But anyway, it's bigger lot sizes, older homes, but very unique and different. That's kind of the common theme. That's why we picked these neighborhoods. Now, they have a different kind of era feeling to them, like, you know, they were built a while ago, but they are still beautiful. And I'm talking way bigger lot sizes than the others, like 3/4, maybe some probably have an acre lot. No, probably 3/4 lot, but that's the 3/4 of an acre, but that's the average. You can spend $350 in here, you can spend $400, but you can get up to $500, $600, $700 grand in here. It's an HOA, so they do kind of enforce their stuff as well, which is not always a bad thing, but it's just a very solid area. It's north of Tech, so we're on a completely different side of town now. But the crime here, we can refer to the crime map we looked at, not bad. You are closer to Tech, so a lot more action does happen naturally. You're at 4th and Slide, which is pretty much a major intersection. But all in all, I would say crime not bad. it's definitely a place that you should look if you're considering moving here, just because it's a solid area. So here we are in our final neighborhood of the day, Cantera. This place was the Parade of Homes neighborhood, one of the Parade of Homes neighborhoods, which every year in Lubbock there's a Parade of Homes where the builders kind of show off their stuff to everyone. So they'll have a line of 10 houses or so. Everyone walks through them, just kind of checks them out. And so this one in 2020 was the parade. So really cool houses, all very unique, kind of showcasing what the best the builders have to offer at the time. So some are more modern, some are more kind of contemporary, just chill, you know, but big lots, really nice houses. I mean, you're looking at anywhere from 350 to 700 or 800, depending, 600 or 700 probably on some of them. But a beautiful neighborhood north of town, further north than Whisperwood. This is kind of out here. It used to be a farm, you know, just like everything, but this is kind of further out, not so close to tech, but on the other side of town from everything else. Just all in all, beautiful neighborhood. I mean, you got some giant lots here, massive, big old lots. We're gonna show you what school district it is right here. The Parade of Homes factor with this neighborhood makes it super cool, just because on so many of the houses, the builders were really strutting their stuff. They were peacocking, trying to outdo each other. Some of them sell first day they pop up on the market. You know, some of them sit for a little bit, but you can't go wrong out here, in my opinion. That's why we're showing you guys. Well, I certainly hope y'all enjoyed this fun trip, this windy adventure that we took together in my truck. We had a great time. I hope this content was informative and fun for you guys. If you want to see more stuff like this, please let us know. Just drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think. The direction that we go with this channel is based on what you guys want to see. So I want to help y'all as much as I can. If you're moving here, if you're thinking about moving here, if you're investing here, if you're selling here, if you live here and you need to sell, give me a ring. My number is right here. I can help you with all of the above, and I would love to. Call me. It'll be me you're calling. But anyway, we'll see you guys in the next one.